Gosh, it's hot out.
Yeah, summer is almost here.
Are you and your wife going on any trips?
Actually, no. I am sort of broke.
Me too. The shoe factory moved in right down the street from my shop.
Well, guess what is right next to the shoe factory? The new construction firm.
I just don't know what to do. Sooner or later I'm going to have to shut down my shop.
I know, I feel the same way. But I don't want to do that. I inherited that shop from my father, who inherited it from his father too.
Well, Karl, I'm not sure you have much choice.
How was your day? I ran into my sister at the town square today. I was buying a bathing suit for our big family trip.
Oh, that's nice.
The men's bathing suits are going to be on sale this weekend. I think we should go and get you a new one. You know that one you have is getting really old. It barely even fits you anymore.
How long is this trip supposed to be?
Don't be silly, we go every year. Have you been drinking? We always go for 2 weeks, you know this.
I wasn't drinking. If you can afford to buy a new bathing suit, I can afford to buy a beer or two. Anyways, I don't think the trip is going to happen this year.
What are you talking about? Why?
Business is tough. 2 weeks is a long time to close the shop.
You said business was slow months ago. Is there something you were not telling me?
I thought maybe things would change and I wouldn't have to tell you this, but we've been losing money for months now. I don't know how to say this, but I'm forced to shut down the shop.
Your father gave you that shop. I can't stand to see you close it down. What would we do for money?
I think I could get a job with the new construction firm.
There's no way you'll make as much money as you used to.
At least we won't starve. If we sell our house and rent a small place near the city, we'll survive.
You've been doing this your whole life. It doesn't have to be like this. Why can't we just move? We'll find work for you somewhere else.
Move where? There are factories springing up everywhere. If we move somewhere new, then we'll just have to do this all over again. It's no use fighting change. I'm going to go see about a job at the factory tomorrow. I think you should too.
What do you want? Why are you snooping around my property?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking for a job at your construction firm. I have been a carpenter my whole life. I can do pretty much anything with wood.
Is that right? Well, we may have a job for you. Can you work a machine?
I mostly work with my hands.
Well, not anymore. Basically, we need you to push a button every time a red light comes on.
You don't understand. I'm a craftsman.
No, you don't understand. If you want a job, you'll do as I say. Do you want a job or not?
I guess.
That's the spirit. You start first thing tomorrow. Hello, new girl.
Hi, sir. How can I help you?
It's funny you should ask that, because I actually want to help you.
What do you mean, sir?
First, I should ask you something. Do you like the fact that your husband has a job?
Yes, of course, sir.
Do you see all of the buildings? All of the machinery? The employees?
Yes, sir.
Well, I own it all. Which means I can do with it what I want, whenever I want.
I understand.
I would like to give you a proper introduction to the company. Please come over to my mansion tonight. Alone.
I don't think I can do that, sir.
I need this company to run smoothly like a well-oiled machine. All of my employees do as I say. Disobedience cannot be tolerated. It would be a shame for you and your husband to have to seek employment elsewhere. If I don't see you at my mansion tonight, you can tell your husband not to come to work tomorrow.
Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I've been so busy with work lately. They have us going for 12 hours a day.
My new job at the shoe factory is pretty much the same. We have to produce 70 shoes an hour, if you can even call them shoes. The ones I used to create, now those were something to be proud of.
You're telling me. All I do is press a button every time a red light goes on. I don't even feel like a carpenter anymore.
My son, little Timmy, just came down with a bad case of pneumonia a few weeks ago, and we couldn't afford to go see a doctor. He's still lying in bed coughing all day. I went to the church to see if they had any donations, but the pastor turned me down.
What did he say?
Well, the pastor said that this is just a test of my faith in God. He says that if I keep praying and trust in the Lord, Timmy will be fine.
Are you serious? I thought it was only me going through these problems. My wife is even working an extra shift at the construction firm. That's where she is right now actually.
I thought I saw her outside of your boss's house on the way over here.
What are you talking about? Why would she be there?
Don't get too riled up. It's more common than you think. The factory owners use the wives of their workers as they please. The women don't have a choice. Don't you want to keep your job?
This is bullshit. I won't take this anymore. Neither should you.
What do you mean? We have no choice.
Well, factories can't run without their workers, can they?
What are you getting at?
I'm sick of the long hours. I'm sick of the terrible pay. You can't even take your sick son to the doctor. And now my boss is taking advantage of my wife and using her as his plaything. It's just too much.
You're right. Of course you're right. But what can we do about it?
Let's gather all the factory workers we know and march down to the mansions. You gather your men and I'll gather mine. We're going to rescue my wife and tell our bosses that we won't take this anymore.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you where I was going, but I was so scared that we would both lose our jobs.
Don't worry, honey. I know it wasn't your choice. This is all his fault.
I can't believe you have the nerve to come to my house. You're trespassing on my private property. If you don't leave right now, I'll fire you.
You can't fire all of your workers.
What does that mean?
We're not coming back to work unless you give us shorter days, better pay, safe conditions, and health benefits. You can't possibly run the factory without any of us.
This is absurd. I own you. I own this property. You can't tell me what to do. I have the power to do what I want.
That's where you're wrong. You're powerless without us.
We'll see about that. There will always be unemployed people waiting to take your jobs.
Just to say you're different now, you've changed your way, I don't care.